Hello, Patreon.
Good morning, Patreon.
Yeah,
Starting
man.
off today.
Woo!
What do we don't need? Oh, we don't need these.
I am unshowered, running around getting kids off to school, ready for this.
You look great.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
look
I
great.
wish I looked like you unshowered
I just-
or showered.
It's the fluffy hair. I just go to the gym, sweat a whole lot, put it back down, and call it a day.
It's called the sweat treatment.
Yeah.
Some
it
people
adds-
do like spa treatments and you do a sweat
Some
treatment.
people do dry shampoo. I do wet shampoo.
Yes.
It's called sweat.
Sweat.
Sweat shampoo.
That's a new one.
Sweat poo.
Sweat. That's confusing.
That doesn't sound as good.
Although
As clean.
it is
Well-
valid. It's a valid term.
True. I don't know
We'll
why
have to
poo is
develop
the end
it.
of shampoo anyway.
We'll have to develop it a little bit more.
It's the French. Shampoo.
Shampoo.
See, when they say it, it
Shampoo.
sounds so cute. Shambal movement.
Sweat poo. Sweat BM.
All right,
right,
we haven't
let's start
actually
this.
started. Let's
Okay.
keep, that was just nothing.
That was just for fun.
That's for fun.
Okay. Hey, family looking up. We're excited to have another episode this morning. Today we are talking to.
We never know. It's always a surprise.
I wasn't sure which order. We're going
No,
right here.
no.
Today we are talking to Heather Steinker, and she is a veteran teacher. She has a website all about education and helping parents to get your kids back on track. And so I'm excited to get some ideas for her how we motivate our kids to do well in school.
Also,
Yeah.
her last name's Stenker.
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
love
fun.
that.
It is fun. I wonder if anyone ever said stinker.
Well,
Or she wouldn't know if she's married.
That her husband would have had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Not her, right?
That's
Stinker of a
very
husband.
true. I'm sure that that has happened. And I have the wrong person, you guys. We're actually doing Aimee Buckley first.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, we'll end up.
Back it
I
up.
guess we're not
Well,
Stenkering.
We'll stop with the stinker.
All right, we're starting over. Family left. Okay. Guys, I'm excited to be back for another episode. Today we are talking to Aimee Buckley, and we are talking about how to control the chaos in our
Oh.
homes.
Oh.
Not that any of us need that.
No, don't you just
I'm
wish?
down with this.
Don't you wish this morning I would have just had like my Go Cam or whatever it's called? What are those things called?
Your
Just
GoPro?
my GoPro, and then we could have been like, before we start, will you just watch this? Okay, now go.
You guys, that is a great idea. We should do GoPros on each of our
Oh my
head and
God.
see what the differences are.
In the morning routine.
Oh
Yes.
my
You'll
Lord.
see me like stumbling and tripping down the hall.
Is she drunk again?
Yeah.
What is Camille doing?
Where's my caffeine?
Andrew will be at a computer typing things, and then look around, and the house will be clean behind her and quiet, and
You
then
know
she'll
that that's
continue.
how it is.
Her boys will come up, Mother, we've done all the things. Our hair is polished. Our shoes are
Our polished.
polished.
How did you know? Every morning they come up with a
That's
British
it.
accent.
I know, Brigham.
That's so
Brigham
weird,
with his
yes.
British accent.
By the
Mother,
end of the day, it's back to
Oh, yeah.
American.
we're ready to go get our education.
At the end of the day, it's like, Mom, that's clapped.
Oh man, those
That's
few
why I was
hours in
like,
the morning before
clapped.
it wears off. What is
Oh yeah,
clapped?
I
I've
don't know.
never even
I was
heard
like, is that a
phrase.
good thing? Is that a bad thing?
I
Yeah.
don't know, do they say that?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What's
When-
clapped?
I learn a new language every spring when I'm coaching the track team because I'm
Oh,
around
Lord.
teenagers a lot.
Do they say it in a good way?
I
Like,
think
that's so
clapped
Is it like
is
sit?
a good thing. Yeah.
Which
Okay.
that was always confusing.
Yeah.
Like this is so, and then when like some kids try to throw like ill, and I'm like a formal way to say sick. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are we ill and sick and it's all
Yeah.
positive?
Now
How
there's
about-
lots of words.
How about slapped?
Slapped. I've
So
never
it's
heard
like,
that.
Elijah will always say, man, that teacher slaps.
Is that good?
That's the best compliment you
Oh.
could
That
ever
teacher
receive.
slaps.
Slaps. Yeah. Only the
You're
good
right.
ones. You gotta be pretty high to be able to do that dance.
that just burst from Andrea's
Yeah.
body.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna do that.
pictured.
Every time he says it now, he's gonna say it and I'm gonna be like, woo.
Our listeners can't see that.
No.
That dance move.
But
Maybe
Patreon
I
can.
can.
That's what I pictured when you said that slaps. It's
Yeah.
a little
I
slap
thought
dance.
for sure that was a bad thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like they just like always lay the smack down.
Yeah.
They stink.
No, it's like
No.
your podcast slaps.
I want someone
Yeah,
to
it
say that
does.
someday. Someday, someone will say it.
Beth, your routine slaps.
Which routine?
All of them.
Thank you.
The sweat poo routine slaps.
All right. Well, I know that Andrea and I at least have given up a few things recently. Camille maybe has. We're
I
not
have.
sure.
I
Oh,
have.
you
I thought of one thing I've
Okay.
given up.
We're discussing things we've given up for
Mhm.
for
Because
fall
I
Lent.
have a problem.
Okay, tell
Okay.
us all about it. We're here to support you.
My name is Andrea Nelson,
Hi, Andrea Nielsen.
and I am addicted to reading.
You're so brave.
So brave.
So
So brave.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I realized that ever since I got that dang Libby app,
I know.
the
it's a home
online
record.
library, and I know there's lots of different kinds, Overdrive or whatever. I was using Libby. It became an addiction.
I'm with ya.
It was so easy to get the hit of the book.
Give it to me.
Hit me.
One more hit.
Hit me with the
This will
Gestapo.
be the last time.
Just one more book, guys. One more
Yes.
book. It's like before, you had to go to the library, you had to check it out, or
Mhm.
if you had Audible, I could only do one book a month. And it was like now, it was endless. I
Endless.
finish a book, I immediately get another book. And I finally realized I was wasting so much time on just frivolous books that I didn't need to be reading. And I finally said, I'm gonna break the cycle, guys.
Wow. A cycle breaker.
Yes.
You're amazing.
So
And
what'd you
so
do?
I no longer am allowed to read online books, I told myself.
Really?
Yes.
You have to read it with your eyeballs, or can you still listen? Like, talk to me.
I can listen if it's like I'm going on a trip and I'm gonna listen to a book or
Okay,
something.
but not
But
in
I'm
the
not just
house.
gonna like scroll through and be like, okay, any old book. I'm not doing that, and I definitely won't
Oh,
read.
wow.
If I want to read a book, I'm going to the library and I'm getting the book.
Wow. You are a hero.
Extreme
it was really
measures.
stressful for me to do this because I just
I
worried
bet.
about trying to find the next book. But you know what? I really enjoy going to the library, and we have a really small library. But I've kind of found any book I want, I can get on interlibrary loan. Like I can go,
Yeah.
and if I wait a week, they'll for $1. A lot of times they have sales and they don't even charge you.
They're like, you're getting numb. We'll give you a free book this time.
Then I can get a book from about anywhere, and I'm so much
Do you
happier.
feel free?
I really
So what do you do with your
Okay.
time now? Nothing.
Watch
What do you
TV,
do?
I guess.
You know what I found? Because, right, the idea is you're listening to a book while you're doing all the things at home.
Yes.
Yes.
But then I have found that, like, occasionally I look at a clock and I'm like, it's been 2 hours. What have I been doing? Like, I've just kind of been wandering, and I look around my house, it's not really clean. Like, some tasks got done, but, like, I'm not thinking through, like, the next step. Like, I gotta prep this, and I gotta do that, and it's not happening when I'm listening. So I have had to, myself, put some boundaries on, like,
Yes.
you cannot listen all the time. Like, if I have a specific task, like, I'm gonna do the dishes, I'll listen while I do the dishes.
Mhm.
And then I gotta turn it off, but it's really hard when you have it right there.
Yes.
And then a friend texts and says, did you read this book? So you look it up and it says available now, and you're like, ah! And then you have to listen, but you have to get through the first book, and then you start talking really fast, and then I put the speed on 1.5 because I have to get through all the books. Ah! It's become very frantic.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very
Okay.
Well, you know,
stressful.
this is the hard thing about smartphones.
I know.
Is that it has made everything right at our
Everything.
fingertips, and so no matter what your fetish is, whether it's books
Fetish
or
is the right word.
social media,
We've gone a little farther, but yes.
whether it's books or social media, it's
there.
right there.
Yes.
And so it's really hard to break out.
And
of
it's
that
always
cycle.
good things.
Yeah, you're like, it's
Yeah.
just reading a book.
With reading
Yeah.
books, or even just looking things up. Like this morning, my daughter mentioned the Titanic, and all of a sudden I'm Googling and we're looking at all the facts, and it's all good things, but
Yeah.
now we're late for school because
Right.
we're looking at the jewelry they found in the Titanic, and it's just like, it's so easy. It's not
Yeah.
like, okay, after school, when stuff is done, we'll go to the library and we'll look it up. It's just there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have not fully gotten rid of books. That is a safety blanket for me. I have eased up on it though, but I'll tell you the thing I have gotten rid of:
What's that?
caffeine.
Whoa.
Wow.
Cut it off, cold turkey, dead to me.
Did you
It's
get
been
headaches?
3 weeks. You know what? I really didn't.
Mm.
The first day, I'll tell you why this started.
Yeah.
I was drinking more and more and more. Like, it used to be like you could get like a 24-ounce Dr. Pepper a couple days a week. It was so yummy. And then it was like, well, every day I need one. Well, now I need a 44-ounce. And then now I want Crystal Light. And then I'm going to do 2 Crystal Lights. And then I was up to like 3 Crystal Lights and a Diet Dr. Pepper. And it was like,
You really have to.
yeah. And I felt horrible all the time. Like, I'd drink it and then crash and be like, oh my gosh, drink more. Okay, I'm fine. Crap. And like, it was such a hard crash every time. And so you had to keep drinking because it was like the crash was so bad. And so I was like, okay, this is absurd. And then I was getting a test done. And the day of the test, you can't drink caffeine. And And it took me a month because I was like, I cannot go one day without caffeine. And so I was like, that's it, I'm done. So I went a day without caffeine and I didn't do my test. And my brother's like, why don't you just do it that day? And I was like, because I'm done. Now I have to not drink caffeine again tomorrow so I can do the test. And so I just said,
Wow.
I'm over it. I didn't drink any. I had to take 2 or 3 naps that first day though. Like, I'm serious. I was like, I'm so tired. And I picked up Pierce from school and I'm like, come on, bud, let's go have a nap together. And I lay down and he was awake, wide awake. He didn't sleep. But it was like 9 minutes. And then at like 4 o'clock that night, I was like, Danny, I guess the kids had just came home. I was like, I can't. So I laid down and I slept like 3 minutes. Like it was the shortest nap.
Oh
I just
my
like
gosh.
fell asleep and woke up
Can
and I
you
was like,
even count that as a
okay.
nap?
I know.
You're like,
you-
I can't. Okay, I'm
it's
done.
so
I'm
weird.
good.
I like look at my clock and I'm like 4:20. You guys have seen me.
Yeah.
I'm like
Oh,
asleep.
There's no
fast.
stopping.
And then I woke up like, look at my clock. Oh, 4:24. Okay, let's get dinner going. It was just
Wow.
that fast.
Yeah.
And then that night, Danny came home and I was like, I gotta go to sleep again. I just took a couple minute nap. So tired. The next day, I slept like maybe 20 minutes and then good since then.
Wow.
But no headaches. Thank you. Thanks everyone. I appreciate it. So now it's
We're
the
proud of
debate.
you.
It's like the books. It's like, can you dabble in it a little bit?
I know.
Can you dip your toe in, or is it like, no, I can never partake of caffeine again?
Well, here's been my fear because I still have Libby on my phone.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to delete it yet.
No, it's
Yeah.
scary.
Just because I don't know where that next hit is going to come
Yes,
from.
yes. And reinstalling it is hard.
Well, that's my thing.
Yeah,
It is
like
the
if you need it
biggest-
again.
mistake.
Yes.
biggest pain to
It
get
was-
it back on.
It's
And now all of a sudden
terrible.
it says your library cards expire.
Yes.
Yes.
Do they do that?
I
don't
library
know,
cards
but-
expire?
I don't know.
But
It
now-
was the biggest pain to get it on, so I'm
Yes.
afraid. And I do like it for if I'm going on a trip. It helps me to stay awake
Yeah.
when I'm driving if I get into a really good
You
book.
need to
Yeah.
hide it deep
So,
in your phone.
That's what I need to do. I need to hide it, so I
Oh.
have to search for it.
Yes.
Because right now I'm just going on willpower. Like, nope, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I do want to keep it for audiobooks when I'm,
Yeah.
when I want an
Or
audiobook,
book
and when I'm
club,
working
or-
in my yard or
Yes.
something. I love to have an audiobook, or for our book club. So I still have it on the phone, but it's taking some willpower.
I do feel like podcasts are a good substitute.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I do like to listen, but it has an end.
Yes.
Yes,
Right? Like
that's
books
true.
are hours and hours and hours. Podcast is 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's done. And then
Yeah.
you can shut it off.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not like the next thing, like maybe you enjoyed the episode and you want to hear more from that person, but you're like, I'll listen to it another time. Whereas the book, it's like, I gotta know what happens.
Yeah.
All right, Camille, what did you give up?
Okay, so I'm not giving up either one of those.
Okay.
Not yet in my life, but my name is Camille and I gave up Facebook.
Ooh.
So, not all the way, but mostly.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
I mean, I do check it a couple hours.
You're a
a day.
hero.
I have it off my phone, okay?
Oh.
And if I want to look at it, I need to go to a computer.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
And
that's
sit
a
down
good
and look
one.
at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what I decided, here's the problem. Facebook is too emotional. I keep getting
Yeah.
so mad at things that people are posting
Okay.
because it's like hot topics that it's
Big
so
opinions.
infuriating.
Yeah.
And there's so much hatred,
Yes.
rage right now.
Just
like
mean
in
people.
Yeah.
people. Like it's just a hateful time. And so I would get on Facebook to like check on family stuff or whatever. And I would see a post and I would get so mad. So then I'd start reading all the comments.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd be so upset, and it was just, it went on and on and on. I mean, it's really been like that for like a year and a half, but I feel like it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. And then I lose respect for people because of things they say, and then I'm like, I can't believe they act like that. Anyway.
Then you start egging their
Yes,
nose.
and
One
so
thing leads to
then I
another.
egg them, then the cops come over, then I
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's gotten weird.
I was scrambling eggs, I fell. Yeah.
Yes,
I've
exactly.
said that before.
So,
Not my first time.
yeah, so I decided, I asked Andrea, because I have to be able to post for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, Andrea, can I take Facebook off my phone and not have it affect the podcast? And she said yes, and I went and got it off.
Good job.
And my life has been so much better. So what I do is I get on once a week, and I look at all my alerts. I go down the list of alerts. If it's people I care about, I click on it,
Okay.
and then I'm done. I don't scroll.
Good job.
Because it's just too much. It's too much. Like Instagram doesn't do that because all I do is for
Like
the podcast and I
pictures.
just look at reels that are
Yeah.
funny and
And for the
Stuff
most
like
part,
that.
people aren't as mean on Instagram.
They're not. No, it's a very
they just
different
post
medium.
about their life, but Facebook,
Yeah.
they post about their opinions.
They do, and it's infuriating because I feel like the real gem of Facebook is that you can stay connected to your family. That's
Yeah.
what I love. I
All
feel like,
ages.
yes,
Yeah.
I feel like my mom's side, I am so young compared to most of my cousins.
Yeah.
And so I feel like because of Facebook, I know my cousins better than I ever did before. And even my old aunts and uncles get on there and post. Like, it's so
Mhm.
cute. So I love that. So it makes me mad. That's part of the reason. It's just, I'm so full of rage about Facebook.
It's true.
I just feel like, so I got rid of it. I get on, I check, I see my family, I'm done.
It's so good.
Very good.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Impressed,
you,
Camille.
thank
I
you.
need to
Well-
do that. I'm gonna do that.
Thank you. I will do yours someday.
I don't have a Facebook problem.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to say I'm better than you.
Okay. Well, I already knew that. I already knew that.
But I have had to Instagram for me is more. But it's toxic in different ways because it's just pictures.
Yes.
I don't read comments.
Yes.
But pictures can just make you feel like, look at their life, like look how beautiful, all the filters. So I think I just think it depends on your personality. Like, what
Yes.
gets you to go down some rabbit hole,
Yes.
then get rid of it.
Get rid of the rabbit hole.
No more rabbits.
No more rabbits. No more rabbits.
All right, we gotta talk to Aimee Buckley.
All right, yeah, we're talking to Aimee Buckley, who I guess I already kind of introduced her.
I gotta go to school.
And then good luck getting out.
Oh, my age. What I
I'm gonna be done here before Beth swears.
Oh.